Hello friends, this is Mustafa and you are watching my tutorial. In this video we will learn about Angular bootstrapping process, or you can say Angular execution flow. So when you create your application, Angular gives you a lots of file. So these are the files that gets created automatically when you create your Angular application. So angular.js, main.ts, app.module, app.component, app.component.html, and index.html, and many other files apart from this. So these are the files that are involved in our Angular bootstrapping process. So we will look into all of these files one by one. When you run your application, when you build your application, Angular looks into angular.json file. This is the index.html that will be rendered on your screen. This is the HTML when you run your application for the first time. So this page gets rendered, gets displayed on your screen. And it starts from here. It starts from the main. So in the main we have, inside the src folder, we have main.ts. So from here, it will start from the main and it will come to main.ts. In the main.ts, it will bootstrap. It will bootstrap, or you can say it will execute app module. When you come to the app module, app.module, it has a bootstrap properties. And inside the bootstrap property, you can say it contains app.component. So from here, it will bootstrap, or you can say it will execute app component. See, this is the app component. So this is the name that we have given here. So when you come to this file, it contains a selector and a template URL. So template URL is the path of HTML that will contain some HTML tag, and this selector, and from here, this is the selector that we can use anywhere to render this HTML. So in other way, we can say whatever the content is here, it will be rendered. So this app.component we are using here in the index.html. So whatever content is here in this HTML, that will be rendered here. So let's recap this diagram. It will start from main here. It will go to main.ts and it will bootstrap app module. From the app module, it will look into this properties in the bootstrap property. What is the name of component? So whatever the name you give, it will bootstrap that component, and it will come back to that component. In that component, it will look into what the template URL is. Whatever the template URL is associated, that will be rendered here in the index.html. But for that, we need to give this name, app-root. So if you see here, we are using this name. So now let's flip to Visual Studio Code and we will see this in a practice. So from angular.json, it will look that what is the entry point. So whatever the name you give, that becomes the entry point and it will go there. So let's open main.ts. So when you come back to main.ts, you will see this line of code. So these are the code that bootstrap, that makes an entry point for our application. So when using the platform browser dynamic.bootstrap module, so this method, bootstrap module, will bootstrap, means execute this app module. So just right click and go to definition. So when you come to this file, you will see here that it has a bootstrap property, and the bootstrap property, in the bootstrap property, we have app component. So from there, it will go to app component. So just right click on that and go to definition. When you come here, you will see that this component has this HTML. And this HTML, when you open, this is the app.component.html. When you open up this HTML, you will see that this is the template. Whatever you want to put here, you can put it. So this is the template. So this is in the template URL, you give name of the HTML file. Finally, we have selector. We will use this selector wherever we want to render content of this HTML. Remember, we will use this app, you can give any name you want. So we will use app-root selector wherever we want to display content of this HTML. So just copy it and come to index.html, and you will see here that we are using that selector. For running the application, we have command called npm start and press enter. Application compiled successfully. So just if you see this message, Angular Live Development Server is listening on localhost 4200. Open your browser on HTTP localhost 4200. So just copy this URL and paste it in the browser and press enter. So you can see that whatever the content we have here in this app.component.html, it is getting displayed here. So let's modify it, update it, and just save it. The moment you save, it will automatically execute, automatically compile, and you can see the output here. So let's revisit all the folders once again. So what happens when our Angular application gets executed, when we execute a command for running our application, it will look into angular.json file, and it will look into this entry point. It will look here in the main property. So in the main, inside the src folder, we have main.ts. So it will come to main.ts here. So from angular.json, it will come to main.ts, and in the main.ts, it has platform browser dynamic.bootstrap module. So it will bootstrap, it will execute this module. So just right click and go to definition, it will come here, and you can see here in the module, we have a bootstrap component. So this bootstrap, in the bootstrap, we have given the name of our component. So just if you right click on that and go to definition, you will see this is app.component and this is the name. And in the app.component, we have template URL. In the template URL, we give path of the HTML. So remember that every component has going to be one template URL. It can be either template URL or the template. We will look into the difference of template URL and template in our upcoming video. So in this template URL, you can see this is the name of HTML, and this HTML is here. If you see here, this is the component, this is the component, and this is the associated HTML. So this is the HTML, and this is going to be your, you can put your form or whatever you want to put it here. So finally, we have a selector. So this selector plays a very main role. So wherever we want to display content of this HTML, we will simply use this selector. So just copy and paste this one in the index.html, because index.html is the file that is going to be displayed on your browser. So we will use just delete it, and we will use like this and close it. So this is how we can use it. So when you save this file, you can see that output is getting displayed. So let's prove it, that what happens if you don't use this selector. So just delete it and save this file. Control S, and just come to the browser. And here we can see that now I'm not able to see any output. So let's inspect that. And just right click on the inspect and come to console. And here you can see that selector app root did not match any element. This error is saying that this selector is not being used anywhere. And we see that the moment we just roll back this one, Control Z, and save this one, and now you will be able to see it. So it proves that this selector we need to use somewhere where we want to display content of this HTML. However, if you want, we can put some content in this index.html also. So let me put it. Just save it, and you can see the output is coming here also. So let me revise once more. We came from angular.json to main.ts, and from main.ts we came to app.module. And in the app.module, you can say we have uh, many properties. So we have already seen that what actually the bootstrap property does, and we will also discuss about the declaration array. So this is the declaration property, and it contains an array. So we will not discuss about these 2 points, properties. We will discuss in our upcoming video. So remember that from here we go to, from bootstrapping, we go to app.component. Just right click and go to a definition, and here you can see that we have a component. So remember that whenever you create a component, we need to add that in the app module declaration array. So you can see here, we have a component, name of this component is app component, and we have exported it. So once we export it, we can import it here in the app module. So you can see that we have imported that in the app module, and we have put in the declaration array. So whenever we create any component, we must add that component in the declaration array. If we don't put in the declaration array, application will not work. So now let me prove few more points. Come to angular.json file and change name of this file. So we have main.ts, put main1.ts and save this file. Come to the terminal and press npm start and enter and see what is happening. See, we got an error. The error is saying, if you see here, main1.ts module not found. Why? Because we don't have main1.ts, we have main.ts. So it proves that from here we go to main.ts. So let's change it and save this file. And again run the same command, npm start. And now you will see that our application will be running. See, compiled successfully, and if you come here, we are able to see the output. Now from angular.json, come to main.ts, and from here go to app module. And here in the bootstrap array, just remove this name and save this file. And see, here it got compiled successfully because we don't have any syntactical error, but when you come to the browser, you will see error. Here it got compiled, our application got compiled because there is no syntactical error. So if you put this array empty, that is fine. But when you come to this browser, localhost 4200, you will be able to see that the module, app module was bootstrapped. Means this app module was bootstrapped, but it does not declare bootstrap component. You see, means from main.ts, this app module was bootstrapped. But when it came here, but it doesn't declare component. So here in the bootstrap array, we need to have at least one component. Because see, why we need to have component? Because this component, if you come here, just come here and control and click on this. So you will come to that component. We need to have at least one bootstrapping component because this component is going to have HTML, right? And this HTML is going to be displayed wherever we use this app root. So that's the reason we need to have at least one component in this bootstrap. So we also prove that when we remove from this bootstrapping array, application is going to fail. So now let's see one more thing. Now come to app component, and from here just comment out this template URL and see what is happening. And I commented out just Control and S. You will see that the component is missing template. So now this is also a mandatory because every component need to have a template. So you see we are getting an error. So just uncomment this and save it. And see, our application compiled successfully. Let me also prove one more thing. Comment this selector and press Ctrl S. You see that our application got compiled successfully because there is no syntactical error. But if you come to our browser, you will see here that the selector ng component did not match any element. This error is saying that if you come to index.html, we are using this selector, but this is not anywhere in our application because I have commented out this here. So if you uncomment this and save this file, now you come here and you will be able to see the output. So finally, let's have a final round of revision. So when we execute our application, it will look into angular.json file and it will look that what is the entry point. So it will see in the main.ts is the entry point. It will come to main.ts. In the main.ts, it will bootstrap app module. When you go to the app module, this is the app module. It has a bootstrap component, and this component will have, when you go to this component will have a template. Template means you can say the HTML, and whatever the HTML is, whatever the HTML is associated with this component, wherever you use this selector, this template will be rendered. And at this point of time, we are using this app-root selector in the index.html. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really learned something from this video, please share and subscribe and give a constructive comment in a comment box. Thank you so much for watching.